What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. I am finally feeling back to full health. I've been pretty sick for the last 36 to 48 hours, so I'm glad whatever that was is out of my system, and I'm on to making another video today. So today's topic, we are going to switch gears to the women's side of the NCAA tournament. Excuse me. With the Final Four being set. This year, the tournament ends in Columbus, Ohio, and it is filled with number one seeds all the way around. We have Louisville, Notre Dame, Mississippi State, and UConn. The Louisville-Mississippi State matchup takes place first, and then that will be followed up by the UConn versus Notre Dame matchup, which will be the focus of today's video. I'm looking down here at my computer just at some brief stats for the season. I want to highlight the Notre Dame-UConn matchup. As a Notre Dame fan, I have been able to see the Notre Dame women play basically all year. That's the team that I'm most familiar with, so I want to kind of go into a little bit of analysis on that game, what I think needs to happen for the Irish to be able to pull off an upset. I know that all four teams left are one seeds, however, UConn is just ridiculously dominant, and they have been for years now, so it would be a big upset for Notre Dame to be able to win. Now, starting off going through the Notre Dame season, it has been filled with injuries. 4 ACL tears are the main culprits to the season, but there have been other sort of nagging injuries along the way. The 4 ACL injuries: Brianna Turner, Michael Johnson, Michaela Vaughn, and Lily Thompson. Those were all very devastating. Lily Thompson, especially coming in as a grad student, grad transfer from Stanford. I was able to see her play a lot at the beginning of the season when she was still healthy. She was very fun to watch. I loved, the way that she was able to fit in with the team. Meshed very well, gave us another option at the guard position, which, is something that's obviously always helpful. Brianna Turner, this is, I believe the second season in a row that she's had a season-ending injury, which obviously is devastating as losing a big, especially in women's college basketball. That gives your team a whole nother dimension, and losing a big, like I mentioned, is not something that is easily overcome. Throughout the rest of the season, though, like I mentioned, there have been other nagging injuries. Catherine Westbeld with her ankle. I know Jackie Young broke her nose in practice. Marina Mabry has recently had a hand issue. I saw clips of one of the tournament games where she was going through the handshake line at the end of the game, and one of the coaches accidentally squeezed her hand too hard, so it's pretty sensitive there. Oh, Jessica Shepard has also had some ankle injuries. So it seems like the Irish have not been able to catch a break the whole season, but I am shocked, but also extremely grateful and happy that they've made it this far, despite basically only playing 6 girls the whole season. Obviously not having a very deep bench, but have been getting, great contributions from those who have been able to play. Now, when it comes to the UConn matchup, going into the game, the Irish are coming in at 33-3 on the season, while the Huskies are coming in undefeated at 36-0. So, barring any sort of major catastrophic injury, I think that a lot of the game is going to come down to how the Irish come out in the first half. Now, Arike Ogunbowale has, and throughout the whole season, has been putting up relatively consistent numbers points-wise. So, I expect her to be able to hopefully continue that. I hope that Marina Mabry comes out shooting well, and that we're also able to get good contribution from Kat Westbeld. The Irish have, in my opinion, the past, I don't know how many games, pretty good amount of games, have, come out starting extremely slow in the first half, and then, 3 to 5 minutes, I'd say, into the second half is when, there's sort of a flip that is switched, a switch that is flipped, and they, kick it into gear. They're able to go on, a pretty significant run and end up winning the game by double digits. Against UConn, however, I think that, a slow start in the first half is going to be extremely detrimental. They are a well-coached program, and, putting yourself into that sort of deficit early on in the game, I think is going to be extremely hard to come back from. They are athletic, they're big, they score the ball well, and they play, pretty suffocating defense. So by keeping the game relatively close throughout the early points of the game, I think is going to be a major key. When we played UConn earlier in the season, we were able to get out to a hot start. The game was on the road, it was in Connecticut, and we were leading through the first, second, and early parts of the third quarter. However, contrary to the way we've been playing recently, we then switched and didn't finish the game as strong as we started. As I mentioned recently, we've been starting on the weaker side and finishing very strong. So I'm hoping that, as long as the game stays close throughout the first and second quarters, that, fingers crossed, Notre Dame could pull out a sweet upset come the end of the game, the second half, whatever that may be. But for the injury-filled season that the Irish have been through, like I mentioned, playing 6, sometimes 7 girls, I have been thoroughly impressed with the outcome that they've made it this far. Ready to see what the Final Four brings. I wish all the teams there the best of luck. It's pretty cool to see all the 1 seeds get to meet up there. I just kind of think that goes to show the dominance of those programs, and the ability that the selection committee had to make it so that the best teams meet up at the very end, which is a good thing to see. So with that being said, I'm going to close today's video off right there. I'll catch you in the next one. Drop it a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See ya!